Hey tech fans, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about something that's shaking up the tech world. Apple's big shift toward making iPhones in India. You might have heard bits and pieces about this already, but yes, it's happening. Apple is planning to assemble a large number of iPhones in India, especially those meant for the United States market. This move comes as tensions between China and the United States continue to rise, along with the risk of heavy taxes on goods made in China. However, before you start imagining the next foldable iPhone or a flashy new Pro model, with a Made in India label, you might want to hold that thought just a little bit. Apple's efforts to expand manufacturing in India are real and growing fast. Major partners like Foxconn and Tata Group are helping Apple set up large operations, aiming to produce a huge chunk of the 60 million iPhones sold in the United States every year by around 2026 or 2027. It's a smart move for Apple, especially with the way the global market is shifting. Now, when it comes to quality, the iPhones currently being assembled in India are already matching up closely to those made in China. For the regular models, most people wouldn't even notice any difference. This gives Apple more room to spread out production without affecting customer experience. But here's where it gets interesting. According to Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, Apple still plans to depend heavily on China for brand new or highly advanced devices. That means the first foldable iPhone or special Pro models built to celebrate milestones like the 20th anniversary will likely still come from China, at least in the beginning. Building a new product isn't as simple as putting parts together. It requires mastering new components, learning new manufacturing methods, and solving unexpected problems quickly. Chinese factories have years of experience doing this at the highest level, which is why Apple isn't rushing to move this type of work elsewhere just yet. It's also important to remember that even when an iPhone says made in India, it usually means the final assembly was done there. Key parts like the processor chips and display screens are still sourced from China and other countries. So while India handles the final build, the earlier stages of the supply chain remain very global for now. Another thing to keep in mind is the cost. Right now, producing iPhones in India costs Apple around 5 to 8% more compared to making them in China. Building a complete supply system from scratch isn't easy and will take time. However, there's proof it can be done. Companies like Samsung have already shown that large-scale smartphone manufacturing in India is very possible, and Apple seems determined to follow that path. So what can we expect moving forward? Over the next few years, more standard iPhone models will be assembled in India and sold across the United States. But for the newest and most cutting-edge models, China will probably continue to be the starting point for now. How fast this changes depends on trade relations, production skills, and how quickly Apple can strengthen its supply chain outside China. Apple is trying to find the right balance, moving production to new locations without causing any hiccups in the release of its next big product. The shift to India is happening at a good pace for current models, but it might still be several years before we see full independence for all iPhone types. What about you? Would you feel any different buying an iPhone assembled in India if it meant quicker delivery or fewer stock shortages? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this update, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never missed out on the latest news.